I thought the NFL made a strategic error when they normally don't in having it be Ravens Bengals week 1 and 2. Because if the Chiefs go 2-0, I said, it saps a lot of the suspense out of the rest of the AFC regular season. It's going to be damn near impossible for either of those teams to catch them. And you are going to feel like there's a somewhat inevitable ending, even though I didn't think the Chiefs played very well today. I didn't think they played well on offense at all. It was one of the worst Mahomes games we've seen in quite some time. And so now I just feel like I assume what will happen is the focus will shift to CJ Stroud being the hope for the conference, but he might lose it here in a half hour to Caleb Williams. So I don't know. The Chiefs going 2-0 through 2 weeks without playing great in either game against those two opponents who are now both 0-2 is a weird spot for everybody.
Yeah, now the Chiefs have a 2.5 game lead over both the Ravens and the Bengals. And I would have considered both those teams to be the two top contenders of the AFC challengers for the Chiefs. So who would we put there? I love the Texans. I think it's a little early to say they're the biggest challenger.
It's Buffalo, right? It's Buffalo.
But did you think that coming into the season, or just because the first 2 weeks the Bills are 2-0?
No, so I thought going into the year that the Bills, after being overrated in my eyes for each of the last 3 years, people had overcorrected and they were underrated. And I think those two things were related. I thought that people overrated the overall talent on their roster. And then when those guys left, it felt to me like, oh, you are now underrating the team because they lost guys who I never thought were that great. Like, I thought Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde hadn't been great players for a couple years. I thought Stephon Diggs wasn't a great player last year. I thought Gabe Davis had one great playoff game, and other than that was just a guy. So going into the year, I picked the Bills to be the only team from that division in the postseason, and I thought the Bills would be, what they always are, which is a double-digit win team that can't beat Kansas City in January. I'm not, snap reacting to that. I thought they'd be good. I thought the Jets would be bad, and I thought Miami would be mediocre, and Miami now is a weird thing to talk about. But no, I don't think that's an overreaction. But I did say I thought Cincinnati and Kansas City were the two best teams. And I still think Cincinnati's going to be good, but they just dig themselves in this hole, bro. Like, there's a reason that every year they're on the road in round 2. And I know 1 year they overcame it, and God bless them. But, man, that's a hard path when every year you're playing 3 playoff games to get to the Super Bowl and you're on the road in round 2. That's really hard.